All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. I was just listening to somewhat of an interview, and I'm not going to call its name or the person's name because it's totally irrelevant. What is relevant is what the interview was about and how the interviewer shaped and formed her words. We often see that anytime some professional football player, basketball player, baseball player, or someone is in the rap industry, music industry, or whatever it is that actually becomes what the world will call somewhat successful, we always see all this credence and all this thanksgiving given to mama. And don't get me wrong, because my mother uh, has been and has always been an extraordinary, hardworking woman. Um, First to rise, last to bed, raising three boys. My dad was there, but I saw her day in and day out, her everyday routine, and I can understand why a lot of men do give credence to young men. To their mothers and not the father, so to speak, because with this dysfunctional society, remove the father figure out of the family, and they do that by grand design. Because the design is to make the man more sensitive towards feelings and emotions, rather than being stable to the point, in fact, that they can actually rear and raise their own families. But how the interviewer shaped these words. First, they baited him into speaking about, his family, and they say, yeah, I just had a little girl and her name is such and such, so and so. And then they ask him, do a lot of your lyrics have to do with your previous relationships? And of course, the man answered, yes, it does. And then she says, and is there anyone in your life right now that is shaping you? I go, well, let me get this right. So, according to the sentiments of this society, a woman is supposed to shape a man. Where I come from in my school of thought, it takes a man, I'm going to say it again, to raise a man. Have there been men reared by mothers? Sure it is, but I've also found in my experience that they are greatly lacking um, in mental, spiritual, and physical traits, um, in how to cope with life and how things should be. Man, I tell you, the way that they're doing this world and the way that the world is taking it, hook, line, and sinker, is beyond me. It is beyond me why people are so gullible and they literally cannot see what's going on. And is there someone shaping you now? How are you going to get someone, if let's say you're 24 years old and your woman's 24 years old, how in the world are you going to get her shaping you? Where does this school of thought come from? I think it's about the emasculation of the man in the home. And I really truly think it has to do with this feminist society. Because too many times, more often than not, men have refused to get into their roles to do exactly what they were created for. And that's just the truth. I've taken the proverbial bull by the horns, and not only have I raised a young man and young men, but I'm teaching men how to be responsible and take care of their responsibilities and be a man. Um, but the mental gymnastics that they play on the people's minds today, it's appalling to me that nobody else is out there being vocal about it and putting forth the finger, especially these interviewers that are women interviewing men. And even, it's just sad. They're trying to shape a world to be dominated by Wiccan feminism. Wiccan feminism. Man, I hope you had your understanding open.